AITA for not wanting to attend a family dinner because my aunt always talks about her financial problems. As an only child, I always felt like I was missing out on the true essence of a family. That's why I cherished every moment spent with my extended family members, especially during family dinners. However, my enthusiasm for these dinners has been waning lately, all because of my Aunt Janice. Don't get me wrong. I love my aunt. But she has a tendency to talk about her financial problems incessantly. It's always the same story. She's struggling to make ends meet. Bills are piling up. And she doesn't know how she's going to make it through the month. I understand that it can be stressful. But hearing her talk about it every time we're together is becoming unbearable. The last family dinner was the final straw. Aunt Janice arrived at the table with a somber expression. And before long, she began to talk about her financial problems. The rest of the family members tried to offer suggestions. But Aunt Janice refused to listen, insisting that nothing would work. I felt myself becoming increasingly agitated as the night went on. It was supposed to be a happy occasion, but Aunt Janice's negativity was dragging everyone down. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore, and I snapped at her. I told her that I was tired of hearing about her problems and that she should stop bringing them up. Every time we're together, the room fell silent as Aunt Janice burst into tears and left the dinner early. I felt like a monster. But at the same time, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was justified in my outburst. However, as the days went on, I began to feel guilty for what I had said. I realized that Aunt Janice was going through a tough time. And I had been insensitive to her struggles. I tried to apologize, but Aunt Janice refused to speak to me. She told my parents that she didn't want to attend any family gatherings if I was going to be there. I felt terrible. I had ruined the one thing that brought our family together. As the weeks went by, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was to blame for Aunt Janice's absence. I decided to take matters into my own hands and reached out to her. I apologized again, this time in a heartfelt letter, and explained that I was going through a difficult time too. I didn't mean to hurt her. But I was feeling overwhelmed with my own problems. And hearing about hers was just too much for me to handle. To my surprise, Aunt Janice responded with an apology of her own. She admitted that she had been going through a tough time and had been using the family gatherings as a way to vent her frustrations. She promised to try and keep her problems to herself in the future and suggested that we have a one-on-one talk to catch up on each other's lives. I was relieved and grateful for Aunt Janice's response. It felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And I knew that our family dinners would be enjoyable again. The experience taught me the importance of empathy and communication. And I realized that sometimes it's necessary to put aside your own feelings and be there for the people you love. So, in conclusion, AITA for not wanting to attend a family dinner because my aunt always talks about her financial problems. Maybe. But I learned that communication and empathy can go a long way in resolving conflicts and strengthening relationships.